Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another Beyond Crystal Code. I'm Coco, and I'm here with my fabulous co host, the one and only Carla from the Ascension Organite website. Carla, how you doing?
Hello, Coco. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Crazy week. We just left.
Intense. And I was like, we're saying backstage how this week is insane, and we're living this Mercury retrograde at the same time. Honey, I ain't got no time. We are all up in it, getting
Yes.
through it, pushing through. I see you guys trickling into the comment section. Thank you so much. And if you guys want to find the amazing work of Carla, just hop onto the ascensionorganitesite.com and you will see all of her amazing work. Hi, Guinness girl. How you doing, sister? And everybody, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our Rumble channel, Jean Claude at Beyond Mystic, and YouTube. If that's your jam, we got you there too, boo boo. It is Jean Claude Beyond Mystic 003, and we have some new stuff in the Academy, the Beyond Mystic Academy, with the one and only Cliff High with the conference Singularity from the Beyond Mystic conference we did. When was that? Was it in
March.
March,
Yeah.
last March. So if you want to see a snippet of that, just go to the Beyond Mystic Academy. That snippet is for free. And we will have more coming out from that Beyond Mystic conference, some snippets here and there. I'm not going to say more. Y'all just stay tuned in and you will see it here at the Beyond Mystic Academy. Now, let's just hop right into it. The question du jour, and we want to see you guys in the comments section. And go on because your comments will be seen as well. If you're watching this on replay, we read your comments, and everybody, the audience members as well, will read your comments. And we want to know, what does abundance really mean for you? Let's start with that. Carla, what does abundance mean for you?
Right. So it's like we think about what is the first thing you think about when you hear the word abundance? Most people are going to say money or
Money.
material things,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
It's a triggering subject for some people. But for me, abundance means so much more. So I think of abundance as like, doesn't have to be just material. It could be an abundance of health, abundance of good experiences, abundance of good people around us. Just like having more than you need of love, of happiness, of joy, things like that. Materials is something that we live in the 3D. We have to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
We have to
Mhm.
we have to play around that system. But I always think of it as abundance is an energy, it's a frequency. So we can always kind of like align ourselves with it, and then they'll see. Lindy says abundance health. Yeah, that's really like my number one thing would be abundance of health, because if you're not healthy, you don't have anything, right? What about you, Coco?
First of all, it's health.
Mm-hmm.
Health, peace, family, creativity,
I love that.
word,
Right.
creativity. That's my main abundance words that motivate me every single day. So I totally agree, like you say, that the majority of people will think abundance of wealth and material stuff, but that's just, I call that like the cherry on top. But you have to create the foundation of your abundance to get that cherry on the top. So, like you're talking about frequency, that you tune into that radio frequency of abundance, and if you set your foundation properly, whatever matters to you, of course, because some people are like, "What creativity?" Nah, I totally understand.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's my foundation for abundance. Abundance.
I like that about what you said, because it's true. I think of it that way. It's like the material is almost a result of, like, when you
Yeah.
are like, when you're aligned and you're doing exactly what you should be doing, and you're like did the work, and you're aligned in your actions and your decisions. It's like the material just comes without you having to force it or do anything. It's
Totally.
almost like a universe always provides for us like what we need in the moment that we need it, right? The trick is to like actually pay attention and have the patience and the surrendering to that. I always hear the word surrender, I think of Janine. Because she always says surrender, but that's the thing, is that you have to surrender to that path and like what universe wants you to, what path it wants to take you. So yeah, and also it makes me think a lot of like our planet, so like Mother Earth, because
Mm,
we come from like a program that tells us from very early on that for you to, lack mentality. It's like for you to have anything, at least in my culture, it's like for you to have anything, you have to sacrifice. And it's like, it's such hard work. And you have to like give up something about from yourself in order to like be okay and to have what you need and to be able to, to like live within the system. And that is so not true. That is so not true. And it's something that we kind of like all have to like, I've been relearning it because I grew up with it. But yeah, it's difficult, but it could, we can do it.
it is difficult. I totally agree. And when you sent, because we have a specific topic, of course, we're going to talk about our, well, Carla's grids, but you sent that topic and I was like, hey, I have this question I would like to ask the audience and you, Carla, is how can how can we shift our mindset of lack and then replace it with the gratitude of receiving?
Right, it's difficult, right? I'm not gonna say
It's
it's like,
super difficult
right.
because
I
I've been
don't.
sharing this as well, like my past show that I've caught myself this past weeks going back into the scarcity mindset for no reason. And I'm like,
Right.
what the heck? Like catching myself going back into, like you're saying, that we've been raised like that. We've been brainwashed to be in that scarcity mindset. So, how do you tune in into that frequency of the gratitude of receiving to create your abundance that matters to you?
I would say it's a combination of a lot of things and it takes a lot of practice. But I'm thinking about like the first few times that I started thinking about this in particular, because all my life, I mean, we've all struggled with, what our abundance is and like
Mhm.
feeling sometimes that we don't have enough, or like we want more or whatever. But I always had this certainty that no matter what happened or no matter what situation was, so I was surrounded with, I was always going to be taken care of. And I don't mean like, I don't mean it in the sense like in a specific sense. It's just something always happened where I thought, oh my God, how am I gonna make it this month? And then something happened, and I would just be able to fix the problem and just be okay. So
Mhm.
I guess I always go back to that feeling of certainty that no matter what happens, if you are like a positive person, you're aligned to that frequency, it's everything's gonna work out in the end. Obviously, it's not the same for everybody. We all struggle,
Yeah.
but it takes practice, and once you like shift that, it's almost automatic. So even when there's a moment where things are not going okay, you're like, oh, it's just a moment, it'll pass. We observe it pass, and it just
Mhm.
leaves. And yeah, go back to our center.
I
What
like
about
what you,
you?
well, I take the consciousness of like, okay, where's that feeling coming from? what
Right.
what is triggering, what event has happened to me recently that triggered that?
Right.
Because clearly it's just some old school PTSD of like
Exactly.
when I was younger or when I was in college, when your young adult years of being in debt because of school tuition, whatever. So I'm like, I always see, okay, what event triggered that PTSD, if we want to call it, and then I just work through it. And that's a good tip that you said, that you come back to your certainty.
Hmm.
And I always go back to that, and I'll always like check what happened with. I always go back to my, like, the history of my past life of like, okay, what happened in that time of my age, that group of age, and then I'm like, okay, well, I got through that, so I'm
Hmm.
good today, and I
Right.
just continue working through that. And yeah, going back in that, yeah, that feeling of certainty that I'm like, I'm protected, I'm good. So like if I'm living this situation, well, clearly And I want to share that too. Clearly, something amazing is coming because I always tell to myself when something crazy effed up happens in my life, the abundance after. Just embarking with you guys with Beyond Mystic and Tarot by Janine. Before that, like maybe a year before, I was going through hell financially. I was getting a separation, of selling my old place, finding a new, like it was hectic, honey, going bananas. I got my beach body back because I was so stressed, darling, that I got back my beach body. So whatever. Y'all say what you want to say. But I was looking fly back then. I was nervous as
At
shit.
least
I was nervous as shit, anxiety, but I was got the body on check. I'm fooling with you. I'm joking around, but I remember that that time I was going through so much. I remember myself going into my like hiding myself in my closet because I didn't want my daughter to see me breaking down
right.
and saying to myself and like asking my guardian angels to guide me because I was like if I continue like this, I'm not gonna make it. And then I just told them that I trust this process and I know that this process is divine and something great is going to happen. And then Beyond Mystic, meeting you, meeting
Right.
Janine, the whole team happened. And that was just so because of that event, like I said, I like just revisiting my past. I say to myself every time there's something crazy that happens in my life that you're like, okay, how in the hell I'm gonna get through this? I'm like, okay, something amazing is going to happen. That's for sure.
That's such a good point because you made me remember of like how all of this started for me, and it was right. I mean, a couple years after the most traumatic event of my life, which was when I had my kid. And
Mm,
the reason, it was I can get into the story another day, but it was such a crazy thing that happened to me, so traumatic. But then all of that took me in a path where if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here today doing what I'm doing now. So I'm actually grateful for that moment. So I guess what you could say is when we have those moments where everything's crazy, we don't know what's going to happen, is like first surrendering to it, take action when you need to take action, but
yeah.
also like see if you can pick where the lesson is. And maybe
Mm.
you're not gonna get it right away, because to me, like when something happens, I'm like, oh my god, why is this, why do I
Yeah.
have to deal with this now?
Oh,
But
right.
right, but then a couple months later, or maybe a week later, something else comes in that you're like, oh, that's why. Because if I hadn't learned that and I hadn't done that, then I wouldn't know this to apply it now, whatever, whatever the lesson is. So yeah.
By any chance, do you have any daily ritual or affirmations that you always say? As simple as one, two, three.
I do this, so I every morning and every night before I go to bed, I do like I have a little thing that I say. So it's like a little, call it a prayer or something that I say. So it's almost like it's a protective prayer around me, my house, my children, my husband. And then I just like sit and I say thank you.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah.
being thankful, being grateful for all the things that something stupid. Maybe it's grateful because today is sunny, or grateful because I can sit here with my coffee, things like that. And that
Oh,
just
that
shifts.
is not stupid. That's just being grateful of your every single day.
Right. Well, I mean, stupid in the sense like it's something menial, something
Yeah.
small that
Yeah.
like that it just as it already shifts your mind, or and it puts you in a different even mood, because you're thinking, oh, I have to deal with all this stuff, but I'm thankful that I'm sitting here with my coffee type of thing. Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's so true. And you're talking about that because of something really small. I was at a family dinner once and I had a family member saying, okay, I want a trip with my wife. We went somewhere up in Quebec and we're walking in nature. And like, mind you, no disrespect. I know damn well he's never going to watch this show because he is a three deer to the bone. I'm sending him love and light, y'all. Love and light to that three deer. He's a member of the family. He's a sweetheart. He's so funny, but damn, I'm working on him. And he
Right.
was talking about, oh yeah, I was walking with my wife in the forest, blah 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 blah. And then I saw this big, suddenly just out of the blue, like I don't know, 100 birds were flying in the sky, and it was like really cool. I'm like, well, do you realize how that's amazing abundance? And he was just looking at me like I was a crazy person. I'm like,
Right.
no, like that's abundance. That's like a sign for you to see that at that specific moment and deep down in the forest, walking around with your wife, and you see
Mm-hmm.
like 100 birds flying in the sky out of the blue. That's abundance. And he was just looking at me like, God damn, Coco, what is on? Like, what are you drinking? I'm like, yo, I'm high on life, honey. I don't know about you, but I'm high on life. So, yeah, that abundance part. So, yeah, it's hard to work with people that are like really that 3D mindset. But listen, we got to,
Yeah,
we got
look,
them.
I know I come from a very traditional family, like Italian family, and
Mm,
they are it's not even their fault. It's the culture is like you in order for you to make it or to be okay, you need to kill yourself type of thing. It's like I have to, my father is like I have to work 20 hours a day to be okay. And
mhm.
like my experience and like him looking at what I do, he doesn't understand it. He's like, what do you mean you do things in your office and you're okay? Like, what do you mean you have a business and you make little, like, organized pyramids? Like, what is that? Like try to
Oh,
explain that to them. Like they don't get it. They don't it's
yeah.
and I know everybody's in their path and we have to respect that. But it's funny to see how it's so different from the system that we know that we've seen from when we were kids, like, and the life that I live now. And they see it, they obviously see that everything's okay, that we're doing well, and that like we're healthy and we're happy, but they still
Mhm.
don't understand there's a disconnect there.
Yeah,
But
because it's hard to adapt yourself. Just to adapt yourself to your new life takes a lot of time. What do they say? How long does it take for a human being to adapt themselves to a new routine? Is it like 60 days?
I thought it was 21 days
Maybe.
or,
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
or
Say that
40
it's
days.
whatever. Those couple of days, 20 to 40 days, just to adapt yourself to a new routine, which is like I don't stop drinking coffee. So it
Right.
takes you a couple of months, say 2 months, whatever. Imagine adapting yourself to a new lifestyle completely, stepping out of the matrix and then adapting yourself to that. That takes like forever. It's a lot of work. And people don't
Absolutely.
realize that, and they give themselves so much pressure and to adapt themselves and to change your mindset. So just don't be hard on yourself. That's all I wanted to say. Just don't be
Right.
hard. It's all
Yeah.
good. Everything is good. I see here there's comments from Lena DJ. If I'm lacking it, maybe I truly don't need it and something better awaits me. Yes, I totally agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I have this beautiful message from Bruce A. This is a beautiful message. Had everything I needed until my wife died of a stroke. Still feel blessed for what we had done together. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Bruce. My gosh, you guys are so sweet. Oh, 2 weeks. Apparently, it's 2 weeks.
Two
Is it
weeks
that? I thought it
That's
was
not
more
that
than
bad.
2 weeks.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was more. Can y'all just check on Google? Google that information for us and post it in the comments section so we'll know. So, okay, let's dive into our topic. And it is, I'll put it up here in the slides, the abundance set, the abundance crystal set that you could find at ascensionorganites.com. So we have 4 amazing crystals here that teams up for abundance, prosperity, and I want to say creativity. I just love it. I find that's like the perfect match. So, Carla, can you tell us more about this amazing set that you put together? And we could start with the first stone if you want to, with the moss agate.
So what I wanted to do, like you'll see a theme of abundance on the website for a lot of things, but when I think of the abundance is more of an energy of empowerment for the person, right? Because it doesn't work that you're gonna get a set and then and you're gonna want abundance and all of a sudden things happen tomorrow. Like there are things that you have to do. You have to do your inner work. You have to also take action where you can. So that this set is like you'll see the properties of the crystals are more for like giving you like empowerment and telling you where, like guiding you and where you should go. So the first one that I picked is the Masagat, which is so underrated. A lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of people. It is popular, but a lot of people don't really work with it as much as they should. It's a type of chalcedony, so it's like a quartz. Even though
Mhm.
it's called agate, it's not an agate. It comes in different hues of green. A lot of the moss agate that I've seen is very like dark green or like light green, but it also comes in yellow, brown, red, black. Found in India and a lot of those countries, but it's very connected to Mother Earth. And you'll see a lot of the crystals that are the color green are typically connected to Mother Earth. And what's more
Mm.
abundant than Mother Earth, you know?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I was thinking about what you said about the birds flying. Like if you count how many leaves are on a tree, that's abundance, you know, like it's massive and it's so abundant, and we live in a place that provides way more than we need. We just sometimes we don't see it. But so Masagat is very grounding as well. So it's going to help you ground to pursue your best ideas. So it also is going to empower you to be yourself, to express yourself, to find joy, to connect to your inner child, to trust in divine connection. So it's an infinitely powerful stone that a lot of
Mhm.
people don't use enough. Have you ever like worked with Masagat, Coco?
No, I haven't.
No,
No, I
it's
haven't.
it's pretty cool. A lot of the times that I want to like do an abundance intention, I'll add Masagat just because it connects you to your own your own voice. And it's like, okay, so what it is that I want as my abundance, like what do I want my abundance to be? That's what Masagat is going to connect you to. It's going to help you like guide you there.
So it's the connector of your true purpose of your abundance.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And it's what we need, right? Because you think of manifestation and that's a very broad topic. But the way that I think of manifestation is like, first, what do you want? So don't focus about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, is what do you want to manifest? And then you tap into the feeling of it, right? So you kind of like you tap into how grateful you are for feeling that way. And that's how you typically manifest things. So Masagat is great for that too. Um,
That's amazing because, well, that's beautiful because it does make sense to put that in that set. Because what I'm getting as a message is that Masagat is, like I said, the founder of your true abundance.
right.
What type of abundance works for you? So it helps you to guide you on what type of abundance that is the right fit, the perfect fit for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'm saying, it's like a eternal work when you like remove yourself from the matrix and then you're in this journey of like getting out of the 3D universe. So of course you're confused of like, okay, what is abundance for real and what is my abundance? So
Exactly.
working with that crystal is, I think it's a perfect match.
Yeah,
Watch,
absolutely.
guys, shop. Watch me like in my basket. Carla, I want it now. So yeah, okay, let's continue. So do you have something else to add? I'm sorry.
No, no, no. We can go to the next one. So
Yes.
I always pronounce this wrong, you guys. I'm sorry. It's I always it sounds like pirate, like arg,
Um,
but it's not. It's pirate. How do you say it?
I would
Pirate,
say it with my French accent, pirate. So like we're
pirate.
both
What do you
stuck.
mean? Yeah.
La pirate.
But you guys know what I mean is this stone here. So this is it's a mineral. I actually seen these huge formations of pyrite. I was in a science museum a couple of like weeks ago with my kids, and they had this display and they had this huge pyrite formation, and it was actually cubes. So it's pretty cool. Like it forms in cubes and all these things, but it has this like silver gold combination to it, so it's also known as fool's gold because of that. But it's also oh, you see there's like a little cube formations there too, very tiny, but
Yeah, I
they're
love that.
yeah. So it's actually a mineral that's also found. You can find it inside quartz. Sometimes lapis lazuli has it. Sometimes turquoise. I know shungite has pyrite deposits too. So when you see a shungite stone and you see like lines running through it, it's usually this. It's a pyrite deposit inside of it. I thought it was really cool that it's been known and used for many, 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 many years. So in ancient Greece and Rome, they used it for jewelry, amulets, to wear on themselves. And also Native Americans used it a lot for ceremony and to like do rituals and things like that. So it's pretty powerful, and but it's known as, it's like the stone for determination. So it's
Hmm.
going to keep you motivated. It's going to be for manifestation. So like give you that oomph that you need to like manifest what it is that you need. And it's also like going to tap into your personal, like your will, your free will, what it is that you want. So as Masagat is kind of like, think of it like at the connection to your inner voice. This is like connection to the power so that you can manifest, and you could you could stay determined in taking the actions that you need to whatever manifest whatever it is that you want. um I mean, yeah.
I have a pirate with a pirate. Pirate?
Pirate.
Pirate? Well, I always care because I have in my purse, I have a cute little bag with all of my crystals that I like to work with, and I switch it up depending on the energies that I want to attract. But I always go back to that crystal, and it's always in my purse. I find that it gives like this kind of solar energy, fiery energy when I work with it. Maybe it's because I'm a Sagittarius that everything like talks to me when it's like that type of fire energy, and I just love that specific crystal.
Funny that you're saying that. I was actually reading that the word pirate, it comes from the Greek word for fire, which is pyro. So that's why it's called.
Course. And in
Yeah.
French we say pyromane, so pyro. Ben oui. Oh my gosh! See, I got attracted by it out of the blue. Love the connection, y'all. I
There you
love the
go. That was your
connection.
intuition speaking.
Oh my gosh! I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
That's a good
that's
call.
really cool. So it is connected to fire in a way. Um,
No wonder.
Right. And I think maybe it's called also fool's gold because a lot of people, when they found it in nature, they would get confused. They would think
They would
it's
think
real
it's
gold
gold.
or real silver because of the color. But it's also good for abundance just because it's gonna, the determination and the grounding and the like the willpower that you need to
Mm-hmm.
go after your dreams.
And the next one,
The next one is really,
wait,
really cool. So
that's
I
my
put
favorite.
the green jade.
Oh, there you go. Love
Yeah.
it. I love working with Jade. Wait, let me put you on a bigger screen. I love it.
So I was actually reading into the types of jade. There's actually two types of jade. One is called a nephrite jade, which is this one. This is the one you will get on the set. It's more
Oh,
it's a little bit more when they polish it. It's a little bit more like shiny and translucent. There's jadeite, I think it is, which is more found. So this one is mostly found in like New Zealand and that
mhm,
area. The other one is mostly found. It's found all over the world, but it's so let's see, like the jadeite. When I think of the jadeite, is like the jade that is a little bit lighter in color. It's
yeah.
very popular in Chinese culture.
Mhm.
I know that they have like there's even a
The
bracelet,
that they
the
always wear.
jade
Yeah.
bracelet.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember the bracelet that you showed on the first show. It didn't have jade on it. It was something
No.
else,
Yeah.
right?
It's
But it's kind of
gold.
this.
It's the same
Sorry,
concept. It's the
it's
same
the same
concept.
concept. It's
Yeah.
like you wear the jade bracelet, and if it breaks, it's because it was like a
It done its work.
right, it was
Yeah.
protecting you for something. Um,
Mhm.
so because of the green color, it's also very connected to the heart. So the heart chakra, it's there to give you balance and to connect to your heart, love, balance. It putting like softening any heaviness that's around you, any heavy energies. It's good for healing and replenishing like the heart. So if you're doing any healing work with the heart, this stone is amazing for that. And the way it connects to abundance is, we all, in order to be able to manifest what it is that you really want, you have to do some inner work. You have to heal some of the blockages and some of the things that maybe, like we were saying at the beginning, a lot of lack mentality, or
Mhm.
just narratives that we've been repeating all our lives that were taught to us. It's very, very also connected to Mother Earth, like Masagat, also because it has the same like green hue and the same color. So it's going to be very nurturing, and it's going to help to transmute negative energy into joy and love. So we need joy and love in order to manifest what we want, in order to like call in abundance, because
Yeah.
abundance is the frequency is similar. I wouldn't say you need to have a little bit of joy, like you need to be aligned to what you're doing to call in that abundance.
Hmm.
So
I
yeah.
agree.
So yeah, it's popular in Chinese culture, and because they believe that in life it will protect you and it will give you like strength in your body, but they also believe that it will protect you in the afterlife, so it will protect your soul in the afterlife, which I thought it was such a cool concept.
That's beautiful. Well, jade
Mhm.
is, um, like you're saying, it's a great heart-centered crystal to work with to approach abundance.
Right.
So it's a beautiful introduction crystal to start working with the type of abundance that's meant for you. And my question for this crystal to you, Carla, is: do you think jade can release the fear that surrounds us for receiving the type of abundance that we're asking for?
Absolutely, because it's
Yeah.
it's it's very nurturing. And if you tap into the heart, you heal your heart first, and then you can, so think of it as like fear is not compatible to the heart, right? The heart is something else. It's like where love comes from. Love knows no
Mhm.
fear. So if you tap into that energy of like the heart and the love and the joy, fear kind of like dissipates away. So absolutely, yes.
I have another question here from one of the audience member right here. What will protect your soul as crystals? Can this crystal set be good for your, well, I would call that more like psychic protection than like soul protection. Would this be a good type of crystal to work with, or you would go more with shungite for psychic protection,
Yeah, I think I will go,
energies?
right. I will refer back to the set that we talked about last week that has like the sacred cleanse, because
Yes.
those,
Mm.
right. So any crystal that is black in tone or color helps with protection overall. Actually, green jade, since we know it transmute negative energy into joy. I was actually told not too long ago, recently, to keep my house protected. They told me to put jade in my doorstep, like in my door. So it could work for that, but it's more, I don't think it's more there for like protecting. It's more there to like catch anything that's trying to come in and kind of like
Yeah.
change it into joy and love. But yeah, definitely, if you're looking for protection from the soul, psychic attacks, consciousness, definitely look into shungite would be my number one. um yeah, so any of those, shungite, black tourmaline is great, smoky quartz, the black onyx that we
Hmm.
talked about. Hmm.
Black onyx. I always wear that as a ring as well. So, honey, we need all of the protection, with these crazy times. Doll, we
Absolutely.
need all of the protection that we could get. So let's hop into the jasper, the stone
The
of
jasper.
resilience.
I love this stone. It's the first time I'm actually working with it, and it's called Appreciated Jasper. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So it is a type of chalcedony as well as like a quartz, and it usually comes in. It forms massively in nature. So they find these amazing, huge stones of it and slabs on it, and it's almost, when you look at a picture of like, or when you try to look it up, it almost looks like several different pieces that came together and made the appreciated jasper. So it has a lot of red and gray and beige on it. So it's a combination of a bunch of different minerals and different things. So yeah, it's a stone of restoration. of
Oh,
like your inner strength, your resilience. So keeping you there, like, because I was thinking, I read a quote the other day that said that like true strength or true success is like getting up when like having the resilience to get up and to keep getting up no matter what happens, right? So it also, like, it's a reminder that you can have a lot of broken pieces come together and form something powerful and whole and beautiful, um, and to create, right? So clarity, stability, so very grounding as well. And this is also very, very good for anybody that's going through deep or crazy or traumatic changes,
oh yeah.
or trying to recover, or like doing recovery for like changes. But then we were talking about at the beginning too, it's like whenever something crazy is happening that is like shifting you into a change that maybe you don't want at that moment, it's the universe getting you ready for something great that's coming right after that.
100.
So right, so if you need help going through that, appreciated Jasper is amazing for that, and also has the ability to, if you work with it with your energies, to align your chakras all at once. So you could actually pair this with the chakra set that I also have there.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing stone. I've never worked with it before.
Me
This is the first
neither.
time that I'm working with it, and it's really, really cool. Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Look at
Mhm.
that. It's matching with your nails and your top.
All right. I didn't do that on purpose.
Love it. Like Carla is all out matching with the jasper. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of crystal I should have worked with when I was going through the hardships of like living my separation back. That was like 5 years ago.
Oh
But
my God. Yes. It's like if we knew, right? If we
yeah,
only knew, I would have had this in everywhere with me like 5 years ago.
right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a very good tip for the to work with as a crystal. So let's talk about, let me put it up here. First of all, if you guys want to purchase this amazing crystal set, just go on ascensionorganite.com and use the promo code Beyond Mystic to get 10% off on this beautiful crystal set. And I wanted to know, Carla, how is the simplest way to work with this set?
I would say, like we always mention, you could do, I actually, these stones, I would say carry them with you. I will carry them with me.
Time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will carry them in my bag and just keep them with me. But if you wanted to do something more specific, I guess you could do like when you do a crystal grid, you do an abundance crystal grid or like an altar, and
Yeah.
just like set it around, have like calling in the abundance that you want, or the type of abundance that what abundance means to you, and set it up in a place of your house where you could do like a crystal grid. But definitely I will carry them with me, like
And
I
if you don't
mentioned.
have a bag, put it in your jeans, in your pockets.
Right, exactly. Well,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
I also mentioned, like I was told recently, and I've had it, they told me to put the green jade by my door, so I also have it by my door just in case. But yeah.
That's good to know. I never heard about that one.
Yeah, no, me neither. I was looking into it, and it works because I've always thought, how like in some cultures, keeping something red by the door, like or something black by the door. But I've never heard of green jade either. But everything works. I think everything helps.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
not gonna lose anything if you just try, you know? And
exactly.
would you work with this set during a full moon or new moon or both?
Um, so let's see. I would say new moon, because new moon is more about bringing in new things and new
Mhm.
energies. Full moon is more about completion and letting go of things that don't serve. So if
Yeah.
you really want to
Mhm.
work with it to manifest your abundance, then yeah, definitely new moon. If you, I mean, you could do the full moon if you wanted to charge them or cleanse them, because full moons are really good at that, at like cleansing crystals and charging them back up. But if you're doing it to with the purpose of manifesting your abundance, then I would definitely do a new moon ritual. Like you could sit with them in the new moon, like do like a little ritual, smudge, set intentions. That'd be so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole shebang. Look at that, Brenda. I'm gonna let you read this, Carla.
Carla, your color combination you wear suits you very well. Grounding for you, very pretty. Ah, thank you.
Right? That's what I
Thank-
was saying. I was when you were showing the Jasper. I was like, my gosh, like I love the look. It feels great. The Carla did it on purpose, I'm sure.
No, I didn't do it on purpose, I promise.
Wow. I love that. So that's very empowering to work with this type of abundance set and to work on the energy of just simply receiving whatever it is. It doesn't need to be financial, just whatever, like you're saying, health, great relationships with your family members, with your friends. This set is just the perfect introduction. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants abundance. That's what you always see when you're talking with people, whoever they are, from whatever um, part of the world. People always want to work with abundance, and we all struggle of working with that and going back to our scarcity mindset. So I think that working with this abundance set is a beautiful introduction to that frequency, that radio
Exactly.
station. Yeah.
Right. And it has so many aspects of it that it's almost
Oh,
like because you have the aspect and the grounding and the protection and the transmuting things or keeping you determined, right? Because
yeah.
also like when you're trying to manifest something, it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna manifest something and that's it. Like, no, sometimes you have to take action, right? You have to align yourself with that version of things that you want. And
Hmm.
having the willpower to go through that and not be scared of the changes, that's also because sometimes like you were saying it's very very scary to
It is.
leave something that you think is stable and it's all you've known, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day, I'm like, what do I do now? And it's like,
Yep. It's
yep, but you,
terrifying.
it is terrifying, but if you come back to that certainty and you surrender to knowing that you're protected, you are aligned, just follow whatever it is that your heart is telling you, and you're gonna be okay. Like,
Yeah. I
don't go.
strongly believe that when we're put in that situation, that hardship situation, it will because you were built for it.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about anything about like violence or,
No,
like the
yeah, yeah,
really,
yeah.
not that, but like, I don't know, like, shifting your work life, or you want to move country, you want to, I don't know, get a divorce, honey, whatever. I'm not pushing for that. I'm just saying, you're asking yourself, what the F is happening? My partner, my wife, my husband, this is not it. Well, you need to tune into that frequency to really understand, okay, is this my calling? And yeah, like I believe that when those kind of events come to you and you always ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Well, because you were built for it. That's how
Right,
I
and also I always think of um why is it happening to me? No, why is it happening for me?
for me.
It's
Yeah,
happening for you for a reason.
for a reason.
And you just, the trick is to pay attention to what that reason is, and usually it comes. I usually, that's what I do whenever I'm going through something difficult. I'm kind of like, I sit with it for a little bit, and then after a while I tap into whatever happened. I always find the answer, like, oh, okay, that's why, right? I needed to
Isn't it
learn this,
crazy? Yeah.
or I needed to face this, or I needed to, I don't know, I needed to see how that works out so that I could let go of that blockage that I had, or that mindset that I had, or whatever.
The pieces of puzzle always comes together.
Always.
Even when it's like totally mixed up, it always comes together. And then when you see the bigger picture, you're like, oh, that's why I went through that crazy moment in my life. And the puzzle after looks amazing. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's the message that I wanted to share, and that we're completely on the same page. So I just simply adore that. Is there anything else you want to add for this crystal set of abundance?
No, I think we covered it. I did want to mention that I read a couple comments from last week and the week before talking about I should have my grandma on the show.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought that's so funny, but I couldn't because my grandma doesn't speak English, you guys. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult to have her on the
Amazing.
show. It would be amazing. Like, she has so much wisdom to share, but yeah, she wouldn't do it. I would tell her, grandma, it's in English. She'd be like,
She'll be like, todo no está bien, Carla, todo no está bien.
Exactly. She would be freaked out. So no, but I would
Oh,
love that. And I also Also for us, Coco, there was a couple comments also that I saw that we should do a show about children.
Yes, I saw
And
that comment for
yeah,
sure.
I wrote that down definitely. Like we need, because I love to talk about that, and also, from the perspective of we're moms of small kids and what they're going through nowadays, and maybe the crystals that they need, or like the energies. In my case, also like working with a child that has a diagnosis,
Hmm.
and how that has changed my life, and how we deal with it every day, and the stuff that I learned. So it'd be cool to share that with you guys.
That's for sure. And you guys continue with the comments. Write it down if you have any more ideas that you guys want us to cover in the comment section below, because we do read it all and we take notes, like Carla just said, and we have so much more to cover. So bring on your topics that you guys want to see during this live show every week, and we will make it happen. And before we leave the end of this show, I just want to tell you guys that tomorrow we have the Beyond Raven Quick Draw Thursday with Janine, as usual. And then we have the viewer's question with Jean Claude at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And right after the Thursdays, we have a lot of shows. Down the rabbit hole with Ashala, the amazing duo Ashala and Crystal, and at the 8 p.m. slot Eastern Time. Of course, it's the Beyond the News Breaking Woo, and this is the public version of it. And here we are. It is the end of the show. So, you guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jean Claude Beyond Mystic 003, and to our Rumble channel. We post shows every single day, live, uncensored content. Jean Claude at Beyond Mystic. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning every single week with Carla and I. We truly, truly, truly appreciate your amazing energies and the beautiful comments that you always send to us. So thank you so much. And we will see you guys again next week. Au
Thank
revoir.
you. Bye.
Bye.